For this demo, I'll show you how you can use the Modify Variables feature to create complex timers. I will also show you how you can use the AND, OR timers to create even more complicated logic. Most of this logic is already used in the built-in timers, but if you want to try your hand at it, this demo should get you started. Our goal here is going to be to go through the process of creating some nonsense timer that modifies a variable every time the local player applies trauma probes to someone that is below 50% HP. The first step is to select AND as our trigger type. This gives us two subclauses that both need to be simultaneously true for the trigger to fire. We'll set up clause 1 first, which will be the trauma probe effect gained. As you can see, there is no visual element to the subclauses. They exist simply to trigger the top-level parent timer. Now that this trigger is configured, we'll move on to the second subclause. Here we'll use the HP trigger type, and specify the range to be 55% to 50%. This trigger will be marked as complete when the HP is below 50%. Generally, the upper bound on the HP timer controls when the visuals show up. But since we don't have visuals for this subclause, it doesn't really matter what we set it to. Now that both of our triggers are set, we need to control what is going to happen when the local player applies the trauma probe effect to any play under 50% health. We'll click the Modify Variables toggle here to show what it does. When the trigger is fired, this will now modify a custom variable. You can select from an existing one, or create a new one. We'll make a new one, and set it such that it'll increment by 1 each time this and timer is triggered. You can use the check variable trigger type now in a different timer, and it will check the state of this variable using configurable logic.